In this video, we're going to answer Johan's tag from Shaving Butcher. Stay tuned. Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host CDB, and thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Before we get into the content, a word from our sponsor, Leaf. This video is brought to you by our good friends at Leaf, and you know I love Leaf products. I love using the Leaf, which you've seen me use many times on the channel. I also love using the Twig. You've seen that a lot on the channel as well. If you'd like to save 5%, use discount code IAMCDB right there and save 5% while shopping with the good folks at Leaf. And now, back to the video. And all right, let's get into it today. And today we're going to answer the challenge set forth by Johan from Shaving Butcher. And he tagged me in a video and said, what was the first proper shaving soap or cream you used? And as best I can remember, it was Taylor of Old Bond Street Sandalwood. Now, it could have been this or Perezzo Green. It was either this one or the other one because I used these back to back. One was first and one was second, and I can't actually remember, but this may have been it. So we're going to go with it. Taylor of Old Bond Street Sandalwood, which is a beautiful sandalwood. And this is my second tub of this. This is not my original. And as you can see there, I'm almost all the way through my, my second tub, and that is very hard. That is like as hard as a triple milled soap now because it's lost its moisture, but it still works well, no problem. If you've never tried Taylor of Old Bond Street Sandalwood, it is a beautiful sandalwood scent. Give it a shot. And today, I'm going to be using the Leaf for a dome shave because I haven't used the Leaf for a dome shave for a little bit, well, at least on camera. I use this usually about 4 or 5 times a week, and so today we'll use it on video because I know there's a lot of new head shavers out there and a lot of folks wanting to try the Leaf or having interest in the Leaf. And the Leaf is a pivoting razor and it uses half DE blade. So I have an Astra blade right here, and what I'm going to do is just snap that in half and then we'll load two blades. You can use 1 blade, 2 blades, 3 blades. The Leaf is pretty versatile in that regard. And we will unscrew the screw on the back. We will raise up the doors, and then I will lay a blade in here and just show you what it looks like when it's loaded. And there you go. That's what it looks like when it's loaded. And then we'll put one of the other doors down, and we will get out a blade and load it in there as well. I'm going to use 2. Again, you can use 1, 2, 3. It's really up to you. You can customize your shave however you like. With the Leaf, that's one of the advantages of this razor. And when you get everything all lined up, that's the way it should be. And do make sure that these blades are in there properly. I have gotten careless before, and one of those blades was actually slightly over the lip, and I made a big streak down the side of my head. So always be careful. I love using the Leaf, but you have to be careful with it. All right, let's get into it. And thank you, Johan from Shaving Butcher, Johan Solo, as I like to call him, from Shaving Butcher. Let's wet the dome here. This is just plain water. So, new head shavers, let me speak to you today. If you're just brand new into using a traditional razor on a head shave, take your time. Take it easy. Learn slowly. Don't go too fast. There is a little bit of a learning curve involved with using a traditional razor, whether it's the Leaf, whether it's a DE razor. There is a learning curve, so just be aware of that. Take your time. Go slow. Go easy. Think of it as if you were like exercising and you haven't exercised for years and years, and you go back into the gym on day 1. You're not going to try to do it all. You know, you're going to pace yourself. And I recommend, if you're new to traditional shaving, whether it's your face or your head, in fact, pace yourself. It takes time for your skin, whether it's on your head or your face, to adjust to this style of shaving. I cannot emphasize that enough. And if you get discomfort or irritation, lay off. Lay off. Unlike going to the gym where you work out and you build up that lactic acid, and that's a good thing. When you're shaving, you don't want discomfort. So when you experience discomfort, listen to your face, listen to your head, whatever it is you're shaving, legs, arms, whatever. Discomfort is a bad thing when shaving. I can't emphasize that enough. Don't press through it. Don't push through it. There's nothing to gain by doing so. All you'll do if you press through or push through, power through, let's even call it, is create more irritation, and the next time you shave, it'll be even worse. If you do get a lot of irritation, cuts that need to heal, give it time to heal. Just let it heal, and then come back and attack it again at a later time. It does take time for your skin to adjust coming from cartridge razors or electric razors, and I cannot emphasize that enough because there's so many people that They just take their DE razor for a spin the first time and they get irritation or cuts or weepers, and they're like, what happened here? Because you can't go about it like you would with a cart. It takes time. Slow down, go easy, and listen to your face or head. All right, let's get into the shave today with the leaf, and be careful. Care is required. This style of shaving, the idea of it is to slow down, take more time, and execute a great shave. Take whatever time is required to make that happen. That is my advice. And again, always make sure you check your equipment, make sure everything's lined up properly, and then give it a go. Now, the leaf razor, if you're new to it, I use it all the time on my dome. I don't use it for every head shaving video I do on the dome because I realize people get tired of seeing the same razor all the time. So I try different cart razors, but I love the leaf for head shaving. The pivot works very, very well, and I like it for that reason, among others. I also like the fact that it uses double-edged razor blades, half DE blades, which are very inexpensive. You can get double-edged razor blades for as little as sometimes $5.99 for 100. So I tend to use these blades for 2 or 3 head shaves and then out because they're very inexpensive. For me, there's no reason to push a DE shave. I do realize some people like to see how many shaves they can get out of a blade and so on. But for me, especially someone who's giving counsel to new shavers, I don't want to give you advice that could end up resulting in a bad shave. And pushing a blade beyond its useful life is a recipe for a bad shave. So I'm never going to tell you to push a blade and see how many shaves you can get out of it. My general advice for you is somewhere between 2 and 5 shaves is generally what most people get out of a double-edged razor blade. Some people get a lot more. Some people chuck a blade after 2 uses or 1 use even. So I suggest you find whatever the sweet spot is. It might be 3, might be 4, could be even greater. Find what that is and then go with it. And you might find that varies from blade to blade. So the Astra blades here that I'm using today, if I'm doing head shaves in a leaf, I'll use it for 2 head shaves and then out. Other blades I might use for 3, but generally I don't extend a DE blade beyond 3 shaves. They're so inexpensive, there's not a compelling reason to tempt fate. Because like I said before, if you're trying to push a blade beyond its useful service life, and then you end up with a bunch of irritation or weepers and cuts because you're using a bad blade, that's going to prevent you from shaving or make it painful to shave. Again, if you experience pain, my recommendation, don't shave. Just let it go for a couple of days, heal up, and then get back to business when everything is good. But do things that allow you to shave more often and in a more enjoyable fashion. And having fresh blades that are well within their life cycle sets you up for success. Conversely, trying to push blades 6, 7, 8, 10 shaves sets you up for failure. So that is my advice. Now, if you've been doing this a long time and just want to see how many shaves you can get out of a blade, or you want to do it for economical reasons, that is okay. But just keep in mind that we're talking about blades that are far less expensive than cartridge razors, so there's no need to roll the dice in my opinion. All right. Excellent first pass there. The key with the leaf is to pay attention and just be easy going with it, especially if you're brand new to it. Because if you're used to using a cart, you're used to whipping that razor around and using a lot of pressure. The leaf is not, you're not going to want to do that with the leaf. Take your time, get to know it. There is a learning curve. I always tell people that. Look, I'm a big fan of the leaf, and you know this if you've watched my channel for any amount of time. Long before Leaf was a sponsor of this channel, I was loving the leaf. And I still love the leaf. But I will also tell you that whenever I've gotten careless with the leaf, it has reminded me not to be careless. So this is not a cartridge razor, despite the fact that it pivots and uses more than one blade. It uses double-edged razor blades. They are very sharp regardless of which blade you choose. And if you get careless with it, you know, it will remind you not to be in crimson. So just be careful. And I know I haven't talked much about the soap today. So this soap, TOBS Sandalwood, terrific scent. And thank you, Johan, for the tag, by the way. I don't think I'll tag anybody else because honestly, I can't think of anybody to tag at the moment because a lot of people don't like tags. And so maybe I'll think of someone. Let's go ahead and, I'm going to go ahead and tag Jeremy, the traveling shaver, if Johan didn't tag him. And also David Gonzalez, because I know David Gonzalez doesn't like tags. So there you go. Gents, you're tagged. And tag some other folks too. But wonderful cream here, TOBS. It's been around a long time, and it's still around for good reason. It's a good cream. All right. Let's press on with pass number 2 here. And get going. I like to work around my ears always first when head shaving. And I say that every time I do a head shave, and that's okay. It's just the way I prefer to do it. You start wherever you like. If you want to start in the middle of your head, it's up to you. Just develop a sequence that works well for you and repeat it. Meaning when you find something that works well, just stick with it and continue to do it and develop a series of strokes and pattern, meaning shaving over the same areas. Like I'll start over here and typically work my way over there. That works well for me. You do that and just do whatever works well for you. But do make sure you're using care and caution at all times when shaving, not only your head, but your face and anything else you're shaving for that matter. Your legs, under your arms. Ladies, a lot of ladies use this for leg shaving and under their arms and so forth, very successfully. I think Kim Gray, our friend, found the channel because she was interested in the leaf. So that's always awesome. The leaf is one of those razors that is a sort of gateway device to traditional shaving. It brings a lot of people to traditional shaving, and for that I'm always grateful because you know me, the more the merrier. I do not want this to be an exclusive club. Ladies, you're welcome. Gents, you're welcome. You know, whoever wants to do this style of shaving, you know, you come in here and enjoy it and do it in a positive way and interact with the community and just have fun. That's what it's all about. And the leaf really gets the job done for me. I like it a lot. And so, as mentioned before, when Leaf approached me with the sponsorship offer, I was glad to accept because it is a product that I love and use myself. And that's, you know, pretty much the only condition I would accept any sort of sponsorship anyway. It has to be a product that I would use personally and will sort of stand behind. That said, me loving the leaf doesn't mean you will. You might get it. It may not be a fit. And Leaf does have a satisfaction guarantee policy, so look on the website and make sure you're familiar and try it out. If you don't like it, you know, send it back. That's why they offer it. They want you to be happy, so try it out. If you don't like it, send it packing. But it is one that it takes some time. I know some gents will get the leaf and try 1 or 2 head shaves and go, oh, it's not for me. It takes more time than that. It takes more time than that. I would say for me, it took me a good, I don't know, several weeks, you know, working with it on a daily basis before I really became, you know, very competent with it, I would say, and confident, maybe even a better term. But after I did, there was no looking back. I was like, okay, I really like the way this works. And so the rest is history. And this is the razor that I use the most for head shaving. So much so that, I don't know if you can see that on the razor, but if you can probably see some of that coating is beginning to wear off because I've used it so much. So it's not talk here. You know, when I talk about the leaf, this is the razor. This is a razor that I use a great deal. So it's something to keep in mind. I think we're about finished here. We've got an excellent result, as I nearly always do with the leaf. And so I won't belabor this shave with a long post, but I will say I will rinse the dome, and then when I finish up, I'll use my witch hazel, and then also we will finish up with the Taylor Evolve Bond Street Sandalwood Splash. This stuff is pretty pricey, but it's awesome. Really awesome sandalwood scent, and as best I can remember, this was the first traditional shaving product that I ever used. And again, it was either this or Perazzo Green, because I don't remember the order, because I used one after the other, but I think it was TOBS. And again, This is my second tub. I'm almost through it, and I have another one on standby. So I love the scent of this. It is a classic sandalwood scent. A little more on the bright cologne-y sort of side, but excellent, excellent soap. And man, I tell you what, it brings back memories every time I use it. So thank you, Johan. The brush for today, by the way, was the West Coast Shaving two-tone brush. It's riding in our Lancaster Razor Works bowl. Of course, we used our HC&C, did I say bowl? Brush soaking mug, not bowl. The bowl is the HC&C bowl. I'm tongue twisted. I am confused. What can you do? A great head shave sometimes will do that. It will have you dumbfounded as I am today. Anyway, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And again, Jeremy the Traveling Shaver and David Gonzalez, you are tagged. Use the first traditional shaving product that you ever use, or the first one you can remember at least. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Until next time, I've been your host, CDB, reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way, and as always, God bless.